Hello. Welcome to
Hi.
welcome to
Oh.
Talk Spot. This is hey Carly.
Hello.
This is our new show. It's Talk Spot. It's where we talk shop about tabletop, and that rhymes.
Oh my god.
Okay, I'm never saying that again. Hello,
Thank you.
Carly.
Hello.
If you don't know us, I'm London,
I'm Carly.
and we are two of the members of Spot Hidden, where we play Call of Cthulhu here on Twitch every Tuesday. A new campaign coming up soon. And Carly, what are you doing right now?
I'm literally just now making my character's character sheet.
It'd be like
Look, at least I didn't wait until like day of like I normally do.
that is true.
I haven't finished the questionnaire yet, but we're getting there.
Well, that's just that's just more for you. I made like a little questionnaire to help them just generate, I guess, in-world character things and such. But was that too much?
No, I mean I usually find one anyways to fill out.
Oh,
So.
cool. I saw something on YouTube the other day. I think it was like a Jenny D thing, like where she's like almost like role playing a character, and it's like almost like POV of like her asking you these things, and like it's almost like a little role playing exercise on YouTube thing. But it's also just like questions, and I just
love her.
Yeah, I just clicked on it and was like listening to it, and I was like, okay, I would have never thought, that's a question. I don't even know what the question was, but I'm like, I would have never thought about that.
Yeah.
So questions can help sometimes inspire, stuff about your character you never thought of, which is cool. Cool.
Very fancy.
Indeed. I'm about to start a new campaign in D&D next week. I'm very excited about it.
You didn't invite us to it.
Do you live in New York?
Valid.
Yeah.
That's fair.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. It's a little local thing, I guess, but very excited.
Yeah. I'm starting a new playthrough of Dragon Age Inquisition. That's not the same thing, but
close enough. Oh, dude,
close enough.
We got Xanox in the chat. Hello, chat.
Oh.
We always during our games, like we're just like constantly talking to the chat, and I'm trying not to do it. Like I'm trying to focus on the table, but I'm just like,
oh, I don't care. I do it. I probably shouldn't, but I do.
Well, that's the thing. I was like, is this bad behavior for us to do? Like, am I being a bad DM because I just want to go to the chat and just like talk to people?
But like you see these other streamers that always like.
Yeah.
But then again, they're playing video games, so it's different. But still, like, I don't know. I don't think there's anything wrong with it.
Well, there's not. I mean, I don't think there is either. Because it was just funny. Because like, it was during Moonglow. Even Becca was just like in the chat too. And also, when I was on Stream of Blood last week, I was also in the chat again. I'm like, oh my god, I gotta stop this. Like, they're gonna get mad of me just like dicking around over here.
I think at one point I popped in and I was like, oh, that's a nice shirt. I bet that show's really cool. And then I just left.
What shirt?
You were wearing your Spot Hidden shirt.
Gotcha.
It's like, oh man, London, that's a cool show. I bet that's a cool shirt. I bet whatever show that's from is awesome. I'm frozen completely.
I was about to say, do you know that you're frozen right now?
Yeah. Terry's watching Hulu.
It does like that. Well, now I will just talk to your frozen face here.
My frozen, disgusting, blurry face. Just enjoy the pop vinyls in the background.
That's the thing. I was thinking about like how do I choose figurines for a shelf? I'm thinking about getting a bookshelf, and I need figurines to go on it.
I picked my most recent ones, is what I did. So otherwise, I would have had all Spider-Gwen. Can I like? Okay, if I turn my video off and back on, will that screw up anything?
Try it. Let's just try it.
You guys are gonna see me kissing a dinosaur. There it is.
Just dark.
Interesting.
Thank y'all for tuning in.
I guess that's it.
No. Carly, come back.
I'm trying. What did I do?
I don't know.
Why is it always me that has the technical issues? Like, genuinely, it doesn't.
Oh, Xanox, thank you for the Prime subscription.
It's probably because I'm on a laptop from like, yay. I'm just gonna go away again. Just enjoy me kissing a dinosaur.
That's a
Breaking
great picture.
quarantine.
That's a
That
great
is like
picture.
my favorite picture.
Have you?
Okay, so like I'm back on my screen. I'm not frozen on my screen. It's something with like importing it, I think.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, I'm sorry you can't even enjoy the pop vinyls anymore.
Well, I'm gonna stop this and then start it back again. We're gonna take a quick break to get Carly back on, and then we'll jump back on. But yo, yeah, we basically
That's
made this.
very on brand.
It's so on brand, but we like made this show just to I don't know, just to talk to each other, just to talk to people here in the chat.
Have
Xanox,
something to do.
great, great supporter of ours and a great friend of ours as well,
Heck yeah.
is here. So we will be right back. Carly, your face!
Always me.
Your face is back. Hello.
My face is back. It's always me that this happens to. It's because I live in the middle of nowhere. And I'm on a laptop from literally like 4 or 5 years ago.
Well, there you go. I need your help. I'm trying to codify this shelf thing. I see you have your nice shelf here. But first off, who do you have on your shelf behind you for the people listening?
Himiko Toga, Unhinged Queen. We have Suyu Asui, Frog Queen. Keyleth, Queen of My Life, and Vex, just Queen.
Just Queen. I love Vex. I love Vex.
And then I have my custom candle too that I made at the Auburn Candle Company that smells like George Weasley.
How do you know what he smells like?
I just know.
What did what I mean? What did you mix together to make that?
I think I did aftershave. I don't remember what I put in it. I have a bag. Hold on. I have a paper somewhere. I think I have the bag stuck under my desk still. I'm just gonna disappear for a second.
Okay. Aftershave. This man smells like aftershave.
Yeah, he would. He tries too hard. I can't find the paper, but it's like aftershave and something else. Tobacco, maybe.
So he smells like.
I just made him smell like a man and just named
like
George
an old
Weasley,
an old man.
Look, I just made him smell like a man and named it George Weasley. If it was truly George Weasley, it would smell like candy and gunpowder, but that's not a good scent. So
okay. I'm trying to pick like figures for a shelf, a proverbial shelf. You see that there's no shelf, but there will be a shelf, and I need figures for it. And one of them, I'm thinking all Marvel though. I'm thinking all Marvel.
Okay, I have plenty of Marvel. I can give you some inspo. I have 3 different Gwen Stacy pops.
Well, I'm not even thinking pops. I'm thinking like full figurines.
Like just
like
full figurines.
Like
Okay.
statuettes almost.
Okay.
Because I'm thinking like, I definitely want Rogue.
Yes, naturally.
I definitely want Rogue. Nightcrawler perhaps, and even Toad if they have one. But but would I go all X-Men?
I'm sorry. Okay. I knew you said Toad, and I knew who Toad was in my head. But that's not where my brain went.
Froppy?
No. It went to Toad. Literal Toad from Mario.
Oh, Toad! Okay, well, maybe that one too. Like
him too, yeah.
Toad... Yeah, Toad deserves a spot. Toad deserves a spot.
I don't know. You like... I mean, you gotta have Black Panther.
Well, that's the thing. That was what I was gonna say. Like, do I throw off the X-Men vibes by putting Black Panther in there?
You gotta put Black Panther in there.
I have to. I would like. Okay.
Love him.
Okay, so it has to be Rogue, Toad, if I can find one, Nightcrawler, and Black Panther. These are.
There you go.
These are my
squad.
My
idols. I'm trying to think if there's like a section that's kind of underrepresented. You got the Avengers. You've got the X-Men.
You got the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Yeah. Magneto is right, by the way. I just want to say that. That's been going around on Twitter. It's like, oh, would you side with Magneto or Charles Xavier? And like, I would absolutely side with Magneto if I was a mutant. Like, if I had the ability to cause a revolution in that universe, like, I would absolutely freaking do it. I just want to point that out.
Well, hey, there you go. I'll give you a group that's underrepresented on the shelf, on the proverbial shelf.
Young Avengers.
I'll do you one better. West Coast Avengers.
Ooh, I knew it was gonna be Young Avengers or West Coast Avengers.
Oh no, I'll give you another one. Even more so. Can you guess this next one? I'm gonna throw out.
With it being you, there's no telling. I don't know.
The Great Lakes Avengers.
Okay. I always forget about them. Who is it that's
Not
in
the
the
only
Great
one.
Lakes Avengers?
Doorman.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. There's one that I actually know, I swear.
I don't know.
I'm gonna Google it.
Let's look him up.
I've been doing a lot of research on Avengers today. Like, way too much research
Oh,
on Avengers.
okay. How could I forget Dinosaur from the Great Lakes
You
Avengers?
forgot Big Bertha.
Oh my goodness. And Flatman.
Okay,
Come
they
on.
trained with Hawkeye and Mockingbird. That's why I knew the name.
Okay, yeah, little Squirrel Girl action on here as well. We're deep into Marvel. And you and I were talking earlier about a Marvel property.
Oh.
What did you just finish up? What would be the latest episode of?
I've watched the newest episode of WandaVision, and I am in distress.
Over
So, like, I don't want to say
recent revelations, I guess.
Okay. Recent revelations. Yeah, I'm not going to spoil it, but I will say I have many, many theories for who Dottie is because I feel like I think she's significant. Because this isn't really a spoiler. Her and Agnes are the only two characters that weren't assigned a missing person.
Mm.
Like on the board, the FBI and Sword could not find either of those two, like a missing person that, like a Westview citizen or whatever. And like that's relevant. I'm telling you, that's relevant. And I have like
as you learn, at least in part there for sure.
Yeah, have you seen that one TikTok that's going around? It's like, I picked up on all 4 hints you gave me. Well, actually, I gave you 1,200 hints, but good job. Like, that's what I feel like right now.
That's my goal as a keeper of arcane lore.
Yeah, I've seen it go around with Taylor Swift, naturally, WandaVision, and like D&D stuff. So
yeah, Taylor Swift. That's one of the most clueiest people. Like dropping stuff.
She's
my
like,
goodness.
She keeps us on our toes.
She does, indeed.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, keep going.
I was just gonna say, as soon as I saw, like, when she released the letter about Fearless Taylor's version, I was going through and I was like, all right, there's a capital letter in here. Okay, I know what we're doing now. So I like went through. And that's how I got the April 9th out of it. Because I was like, I know what you're doing, girl. You used to do this in all your albums, like the physical copies. I know what you're doing.
Xanax gave me an idea here. My shelf should strictly be Alpha Flight, the Canadian Avengers.
I don't even know them.
They're closely tied to like X-Men, I would say, for sure.
Okay. I don't know. Sorry, I just found out that there's someone called Leather Boy.
Oh.
Oh.
That's my next cosplay.
Oh, please no.
Leave me alone.
Yo, for real, I think my next one might be Captain Marvel.
That would be very good. That'd be awesome. If you don't know, me and Carly, we back in the old days, we were big cosplayers.
The OG Miles and Gwen, like
yes, it's like Southern America.
It was like
Miles and
Gwen. It was very soon after Gwen came out. I want to think it was like 2 months after Spider-Gwen was a thing, was when I first started cosplaying her.
That was oh my goodness.
That was insane.
Was it MomoCon was the first con?
It was MomoCon, and we took Brendan Smith with us, and he was Peter. And
we had like, it was funny. We had like a certain like YouTuber come up to us and was like
a certain unmentioned YouTuber.
It was like, whoa, check y'all out. Anyway, enough on that.
I should have known.
We're not going there. But this person, we can't.
I'm not saying nothing. I'm just saying I should have known. Leather Boy. Leather Boy is like Best Jeanist's weird cousin, right?
Who?
He is a fictional villain in the Great Lakes Avengers.
Like,
I just want you to read his wiki page because I'm not
oh,
reading them out loud.
I'm looking up at a picture of him. Oh,
It is exactly what you think.
I was hope. Wow.
It is exactly what you think.
I want to see somebody cosplay. I feel like I've seen people cosplay Leatherboy at Dragon Con,
I don't think
but
that's. I
they
don't think
didn't know
they
they
were
were
being leather
cosplaying.
boy. Yeah.
I've seen this.
I love.
Um.
Okay, so he was defeated um by Big Bertha, who sat on him.
Oh. Uh. I'm look. I'm. That's okay. So Great Lakes Avengers wins. They're on the shelf. Shelf
Yeah,
coming
yeah.
soon.
Specifically, only leather boy.
No. I found an article for you, Carly.
Uh
Since
huh.
we were talking about WandaVision. What? Okay, before I present this article that you probably haven't seen, what is your favorite thing about WandaVision? Like, what do you like about it? Like, or
It's
what's most interesting to you?
just the details. Like one of the first things I noticed was that when they're in the hex, it's like full screen, like sitcoms are. But as soon as they leave the hex, it goes to the widescreen, like different ratio, aspect ratio.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And that it's just I don't know. I just love it. I
Yeah,
like
like
it. I like picking up on all the little stuff.
I love the first time that like they made that switch and like you just see it kind of
And you
fade
see it
into
like
the going,
zoom
and I'm
out.
just like,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool. I was
Okay,
like,
this is here we go.
I
No,
I
I
love
lied.
that.
I lied. My favorite thing, they're setting up Young Avengers. That's my favorite thing about it.
I love it
Like
too, man. Like,
we know we're getting Kate Bishop.
yeah,
We
yeah.
have Billy and Tommy. Well,
There's rumors about Patriot being in what is it called? Falcon and Winter Soldier.
I
They
mean,
say
yeah,
they've
it
already
has to
they
be.
would say they've already cast that actor, and I like I've seen the guy.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
I mean,
I'm very happy. I'm very excited for that. I think it's a wonderful property, in a great group.
so good. But like they have to have Patriot if they're gonna have Tommy, because Tommy dated Patriot. He was like in a
He's with
poly relationship, I think, right?
he's with
With
Hulkling,
Patriot.
but
No, that's Billy.
I've also Billy with
Billy is
Hulkling.
with Hulk. Yeah, Billy is gay. Tommy is bi.
Hulkling. I've heard rumors about Hulkling being in WandaVision somehow, but I mean I know we don't have much time for that left, but especially
Yeah.
but I feel like we might if they age the kids up again. Like think about it, if
I
they
mean,
age them up to the age where Haley Steinfeld could be playing, where this other Patriot actor could be playing,
yeah,
maybe they could bring in Hulkling in some
yeah.
form or fashion. I don't know.
I could see it. Who
I
is?
yeah.
I mean, plus we're getting the Loki series, so like
Mm.
they're setting up for Kid Loki pretty much.
Oh, you think so?
Oh, it has to be. Absolutely has to be.
Oh my goodness. I just love the trailer with Loki as DB Cooper.
Yes, it was so
That's some
good.
funny stuff to me. I can't wait to see that show.
Who was
But
the other one that he
mhm,
dated? I cannot remember. I'm gonna have to look this up. It's gonna drive me nuts.
I found this article. This is from I don't know if this is from D&D Beyond. It might be. I mean, it's on D&D Beyond, but I think so, yeah. So I think this might be an official D&D Beyond little article. How to adapt Marvel's WandaVision for D&D. It's this whole article like
Huh.
about like bringing that to your table. And I just think that's a great idea of like thinking about like the whole hex being a plot point in a tabletop game. Like
Yeah.
this world within a world. And it's a great article and it gives like several ideas of like how to do that and how to focus that. Um and like I had a blast reading this. So I just wanted to bring this up to you.
I dig it.
Let's see. I'm gonna send this to you on Discord so you
I
can.
would be so into that. Sorry, I'm reading about the last Avengers story,
The
and it
Last
seems
Avengers.
that's yeah, the last
Indeed.
Avengers apparently. Uh, that seems that seems familiar.
What I've been reading a lot of. I've been reading the latest run of Avengers, like the actual Avengers
Mhm.
line, and also I've been reading the Jonathan Hickman X-Men line recently, and both of those are very good, very very
I
very good.
need to actually like read comics. I don't have
Yes,
time and
they're
money for
quick.
it. I've read I've read all the Spider-Gwen ones.
Which
Um, okay, when she got to Ghost Spider, I stopped reading, not for any particular reason. I just kind of finished it out.
do you know who wrote those or the ones you read by any chance?
It was the one that had Chris Anka as an artist for one. I have them literally right here.
Cool.
Hold on. It was the Most Wanted is the first one.
Okay, cool.
It was like her original run, like the very first Spider-Gwen. It was the one that had the crossover with Miles where she had kids with him in like the future and it was really weird.
Got you. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that's from like that's like 2015.
Yeah, literally
Yeah,
her
yeah.
original run. Like it's
Yeah.
been so long since I've read it.
Good stuff. Oh my goodness. Good times. Good times. Uh let me on this article. Oh, did I send it to you?
That may have been what that noise was. Where did you send it?
Discord.
That's what that noise was. I heard a Discord notification, but I didn't know who it was from, so I just ignored it. I can't find where Discord's at. Hold on, I'm stupid.
Oh yeah, Xanox says it'd be cool if characters were warped into older editions of D&D, and the players had to use new character sheets for these forays into old school D&D,
God.
which I think would be a fantastic thing. That's nothing like that is even mentioned in this article, which is awesome. But
I would absolutely hate you if you made me play AD&D ever.
oh my goodness,
I would cry. 3.5? 3.5 is fine. That's where I started. I like 3.5. Like everything else.
Yeah, Xanox, like I've been recently playing some old school D&D. I've been playing old school Essentials, which is kind of like basic or like, AD&D. Big revival to that. And I am just honestly shaken by how much more difficult it is. Not in terms of just like, I guess maybe numbers and crunchiness. Mainly it's a difficulty of like I'm a level 1 character and I only have 3 hit points, so it really forces you into thinking about D&D in a different way. You're not as heroic as you are in 5e, which is something I've become used to with that. But also I feel like it's akin to having to play Call of Cthulhu, where you have to think about it in a non-combat sort of situation.
So that's the thing with starting out with 3.5 is I feel so freaking powerful in 5e. Like,
wow.
3.5 is not the hardest by any means, but like it's just very. I mean, the numbers just stack so much. Like, I think at one point I had a plus 15 attack bonus, but you have to because stuff has like 30 AC in that.
Or even just like playing, like think about the episode of, I guess, Dark Ages where the puka and stuff. Like just compare that fight to fighting the that big ooze I threw at you in the bathhouse when we were playing D&D, a couple weeks later. Like just the differences in feel. Like I could see the fear in you and Matt and Hudson's face when you were like
and like I was out here when we were fighting the bathhouse with like a tiefling bard, just unafraid of anything. Like
yeah, meanwhile, Hope Lash was like diving to the side with a pistol and shooting.
I still don't. I mean, I know where she got the pistol. It's just hilarious.
I don't know.
I had a pistol.
I was just throwing. I don't know. I like pistols. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I played a gunslinger one time, and her name. I've probably told you about her. Her name was Juliana Vernon, but she went by Jules. So she was Jules Vernon. And
we get it.
Yeah, she was very like steampunky. Like
I was just kidding.
I was very proud of her.
I love derivative characters. Like me, I just made that new campaign. I just made a literal dragoon from Final Fantasy.
Let me just pull up my Fight Club 5 real quick and just scroll through. I've had this app since I've been playing D&D pretty much. So for like, oh god, it's been like 5 years. Over 5 years, here are all the characters I've made on the app. Let me turn my brightness down so you can see better. Just scrolling. There's like
good night.
Way too many. There's like over 70 in here. Because I get bored and I get anxious and stuff. So like that's what I do is just make characters. And a lot of them are like copies of like lower level versions of characters and stuff like that.
Well, I find it really therapeutic. Like just like making a
Yeah.
character. Like
Yeah. I
I've
love
spent
it.
way too much money on D&D Beyond just going on there and just like buying
See,
options.
I went on the Reddit for Fight Club 5 and just imported like all of the files into this. So I paid $3 and I have everything on here. No, it's fine. It's perfectly legal.
I'm a Beyond stan.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
sorry.
a stan for D&D
I
Beyond.
have nothing against D&D Beyond. I don't like change. I don't like changing what I'm used to.
I know. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you.
It's a struggle.
I hear you. I hear you. I don't know. I would just be at work and like if I just had what there would always be an internet browser just with like character options pulled up for
Yep.
me just to
Yep.
go and just like make something. Uh, I just found Beyond Stan. Hashtag Beyond Stan. Thanks, Bree.
Ugh, I appreciate it. I appreciate D&D Beyond for what it is. I appreciate Sam Riegel's lovely song. I just I'm so used to Fight Club 5. Like I cannot do anything else.
Mm,
I even hate Roll20. Like I don't hate Roll20. I love it as a service. I hate having to build a character in Roll20.
mm.
Like it just frustrates me so much. I just want to be able to just write stuff down and just move on with my life.
It's
So
a lot easier if your game master like has the options for like a character mancer and stuff.
yeah,
Yeah, that's
I
not
just
always.
I prefer my binder full of character sheets that I have.
Mm.
I am old school.
Well, yeah, no, I will always prefer physical copies of something as
Mhm.
opposed to digital, whether that's like a book or whether that's like journaling or notes or anything. Something
Yeah.
about it's different for me. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
I
That's like
really prefer it.
in college and stuff when I was in classes, I would hate taking like digital notes. Because I had like a tablet and everything because I got the stipend from Auburn to buy like technology and stuff. So I bought a Surface Pro 3 and I was like, this is going to be great. I can just take it, I can type my little notes. I literally used it to write the notes instead because I liked doing the writing part.
Mm,
And
mm.
eventually I just swapped to notebooks because I just.
I wish I took notes in class.
you
Um, huh?
you were too busy like dancing in your classes.
That's true. That's true. Theater majors, you get to take dance classes and stuff.
Ooh, London, there's a good point. How many unused characters do you have?
How many unused characters? Unused? Let's see. I'm just gonna pull up the my Stan account, my NDVI. So of these, I I only currently use one of them.
Mhm.
This is like what 6 unused, not
Oh,
counting one.
that's not bad.
Yeah, I don't have that big of a library, unfortunately. But that's the thing. I'll just have to delete them once I like fill up the quota here, and
Right.
then like so I like lose some of the time. So it becomes almost like triage. Okay, who do I let
See,
go? Who's replacing this week? That's kind of how kind of how it works for me.
I
Uh,
have on my notes app, I just have this giant like note that I have pinned that I have been working on since the last time I updated apparently was 2018, but I've been working on it since I'm like started writing my first D&D campaign,
mm.
which was a long time ago. um but it's just all these ideas for characters. So like I haven't even made half of these. They're just ideas that I have written down in my app. Like here's one. It just says Milo is apparently the character's name. It's a Tabaxi arcane trickster that likes to knock things off shelves. That's all I have written down. It's just
I was
stuff
think
that's not fully
I
fleshed
was
out.
thinking of Disney Milo when you said that.
Oh no, like Milo and Otis.
Mm. I'll tell you another like I guess uh library that I have is on Hero Forge, like the saved heroes on there. I'll also have like a ton of those. I just went through and deleted the ones I wasn't using, But
I'm
there's
right there with you.
so many unused characters on here. Again, only one out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15. Yeah, 15 unused.
We're not gonna talk about my Pickaroo folder on my phone.
Okay,
Every
there you
time I like
go.
I make okay. This is embarrassing to admit. I make so many pickaroos because when I was growing up, I played like dress up games all the freaking time. Every now and
Mm.
then I will still get on Doll Divine and stuff like that because like it's a very good way to make characters. I love them.
Yeah.
So like Pickaroo just kind of scratches that itch for me. And I make so many characters on it.
I I just pulled up on my Hero Forge like saves, and sorry, it seems like somebody's on a dirt bike outside again. I don't know why. Merwin, my Merwin mini that I made on
Oh my
Hero Forge.
God.
I just like I'm a fan. I made a Merwin, I made a Daniel, I made a Briseus,
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
and Merwin has like her little dagger at her side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've made I don't know if I've made Rowan yet.
Mm. That'll
I need
wait. Who's who?
oops.
Well, now they know your character name for Academia.
Oops.
That's gonna be fun. I'm very excited for people to
Oh my
meet these characters
gosh.
and such. It's gonna be so fun.
Yes.
If you,
Hudson Hubbard Cinematic Universe.
yeah, if you're one of our Patreon subscribers, you'll know what that means. Hudson's all about connecting things, which I love. I definitely love it. And you'll be getting Hudson's character sheet soon, a PDF copy of that, so you can check out what he's working with,
Because
and
he's the
just
only one that's done his.
well, yeah, but also just to make sure that he's not trying to screw me over again with any sort of like 99 sanity. What is that? That's not real.
I still think that like there's no way even with pulp
He
rules he could
he
have had that.
he was on something. He was pulling the
I,
wool over my eyes.
I think he did.
he's trying to he's trying to mess with me. Well, this time it's not happening. He is not hacking it this time. I've already made sure. There's no way. And if there is, shame on me.
I think my mother's yelling. Hold on.
Take your time. And while she's checking on if she's being
I don't
yelled
know.
at, or are you being yelled
No, we're good. I
at?
thought I heard her yelling, but it may have been the dog barking. I can't really tell.
You can't tell the difference between your dog barking and your mom yelling?
Correct.
Goodbye. Um, that article that I mentioned, that WandaVision D&D RPG article,
Yeah, I
it
saw it.
it gives you several entryways into like how some sort of hex could fit into your story. The first option it gives is like a fetch quest. Like, what if fetch quests happen all the time. You have to get some sort of item. What if that item is the thing causing this hex, causing this sort of pocket universe of sorts around it? That'd be very interesting. Not only venturing into this hex, but having to get this thing or turn off this thing to progress in your
Yeah.
campaign or your scenario.
Sorry, you got me going through my Hero Forge, and I found my old Monster of the Week character.
Hey.
Like, man, what a throwback. This was before they let you, like, color the characters or anything. So she's just, like, the basic gray, like, basic pose holding a gun. Like, oh, man. Oh, Myra.
Well, now you gotta. Oh, it's loud.
Oh. Hello? Mr.
Sirens.
Obama, sir?
What'd you say?
Have you not seen that? The hello, Mr. Obama, sir? Then perish.
No, I have not seen that. No.
That is so old. Oh my gosh. That was back in the Tumblr days.
I was not on Tumblr.
I don't know if I believe that.
Well,
But
I mean, I was, but just not like that.
fair.
Um, what was your character's name for Monster of the Week?
Myra.
Mm,
Myra Graves.
Myra Gray. That sounds like a.
She was a government agent.
Nice. Option 2, boss fight prep. Instead of being a substitution for a big boss fight, it could be a supplement for it. Like, again, maybe this is a way to like get some information on your big bad. Like maybe the key to defeating them is with 1950s television. You know what I mean? Or like, what if that's the key to their heart? What if they just really like The Office, and you really gotta just like shake things up that way?
Could be.
Could be. Next up, it gives an option for it could just be like, okay, I like character driven stories. You know, what if
So
this?
into this.
What? What's that?
You're so into this.
I
It's just funny.
I'm so in it. Like this is cool. Like
No, I love it. It's just hilarious,
yeah.
like how excited you are.
Well, dude, like tabletop like
I
things
know this is your thing.
inspired by other stuff. Like I love this stuff. It could be
I've played the Dare. I know.
well, but no, but like even like original stuff that I'll make.
I
Like
know. I know.
you know,
I
you know,
know.
a character story. It could be. I mean, that's probably the closest to what WandaVision is doing. Like it's directly tied to Wanda, or
Or is it?
yeah, exactly, exactly. You know. So then it becomes about okay, which character is this tied to directly? Like you know, who is this branching off of? And that is something that you can kind of explore, and maybe even tie all of your PC's backstories together even more tightly, which is a cool revelation as you get to the end of it. The last method that it gives for you know kind of the structure of this, um, it's probably the one that makes the most sense. Like just right off, it's like it's a trap. Like y'all make a wrong turn, and like this is just something you end up in, you know, which is cool.
It'd be like that.
It be like that. It
That's stuck in my head now. It was da da da. Oh, I won't say the name, but like it's stuck in my head now. Oh man.
we
I posted a tweet earlier with the lyrics to it, and it was that gif from Seinfeld where they're I put it in the group chat.
yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
I tweeted it too. It's just the gif from Seinfeld where they're just walking down the hallway.
Oh,
That is my favorite. Saw someone use that one time for Brian David Gilbert's perfect poker rap.
oh my goodness, it's a
Throwback.
great show. It's a great show.
It is.
How would how would how would you theme it? Like, what would you for you? What would the big thing be? Like, what kind of D&D connections do you think a story like that, a campaign or session like that would have?
I mean, it would have to be like plane shifting. Some sort of plane shifting would have to be going on.
Mm,
I feel like
I hear
whether
that.
it's like a not necessarily a pocket dimension, but like extra planar stuff for sure. Like
Mm.
Feywild is the first one that pops to mind just because I feel like that's the default like
Yeah, for sure.
weird
Uh,
plane that things go down in.
you
So
could tie it to Avernus even like thinking
yeah,
about like everybody's like oh Mephisto's in this you know
true.
so that's a
I
very
mean, it's
direct
Mephisto is in it. It's House of M. It's literally House of M.
maybe
And
well
with the new
yeah
reveal, it's Mephisto.
I
I'm just thinking of
I don't think
okay.
so I don't think so
I'm gonna circle back to something real quick. Sorry, we're talking about WandaVision again. It was like I
that's the
think it was
topic of
this.
this episode is it's
Yeah, it was the
it's
second
WandaVision.
episode where Agnes said something about she was like the devil or something. The devil's here or always closer than you think. And at that point, I was like, Mephisto.
You know,
Like,
depending on when you watch this, maybe you'll know more about WandaVision than we do right now. But
yeah.
for me, I feel like
Tell me if I was right.
it's a little too late, especially knowing what we know now from the end of episode 7,
Oh
of
god.
having Mephisto be like the big bad of this show.
I
Maybe,
feel like it's so obvious that it's not gonna be. But like it has to be. I don't know who else it could be.
but they just said.
I
The
know.
question is how, you know? I mean, you know the who, you know the
Yeah.
what, but the why I feel like is the most interesting and the next place you would have to go, especially if you end it like you know just ended episode 7, right?
Oh, did you see where they did the post-credit scene? Because those started like in the 2010s and stuff is when those got big. So that's why they just now did it on this episode.
That's good. Oh
Like
man,
how cool is that?
that's good. I remember the first time again sound. I remember the first time for Iron Man 1 going to see that. And I went and saw it the same day that my 5th grade teacher also went to saw it. And
Who was it?
Mr. Brad.
I knew it had to be Mr. Brad. I could not see Connie Proctor walking up in there.
No.
Want to see Iron
But
Man.
he was like, "There's actually an after credit scene, so you should stick around and watch it." I'm like, "Okay,
And
cool."
you're like, what?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, "What is that?" And I'm just like, Samuel L. Jackson. Like, I was excited. I'm still like that whenever I see Samuel L. Jackson.
Yes, you are. Oh, I'm so glad. So I'm very, very glad that I watched Captain Marvel before the new episode. Like, oh man, it made me appreciate it so much more.
Did you hear
Because I
her?
hadn't seen Captain Marvel.
Did you hear her voice in that one part?
No.
Go back and listen to it. Yeah, when spoilers, minor spoilers, when somebody's going through something. Yeah, like just
Yeah.
listen, yeah.
I didn't know. I think it was because I was screaming at that point.
Oh.
Like, I verbally react to TV shows. And I know it's got to be obnoxious, but like I don't do it when anyone else is around unless it's Jessie and we're watching anime, but she does the same thing. But like the amount of comments I've made about Shota Aizawa are bad. But she just gets so annoyed with me because I just am always dissing on that poor man. But
Oh my
no,
goodness.
like no, I just
That was a smooth mute you did there.
thank you. I was trying to get to it very quickly.
Like it was quick as hell. You came out like,
I
whoo,
felt that sneeze
you
coming.
sneeze like a mouse.
But no, I just oh, so quiet.
knowing
When
the
in reality it's just
if yes,
it's
your
my
sneeze.
sneeze.
Knowing the ending of what we saw in this episode of WandaVision, it has some magical connections besides Wanda. Another way that
Okay.
yes. Before one way that you could tie this, if you're really going with that WandaVision theme, the source of these issues could come from even Tasha, if you're doing D&D.
I was gonna say Warlock Pact, so
That too. Hey, yeah, that too. But
that's where my brain went.
if you're
Warlock
really
Pact.
going for like a like some sort of witch or magic user, you even go with Tasha, which is cool.
So this isn't did you I don't know, you were probably never into Magic the Gathering, were you?
No, not at all.
Okay, never mind then. I was gonna talk
No,
just
talk
because you
about it.
saying Tasha made me think. I know. I was just thinking about this one girl. I cannot remember her name, but she was the leader of the Orzhov,
Yeah.
and she had a cane, and I was in love with this woman. I literally built an entire deck around her just because she was hot, and I want to think her name is like
that's very
something
on
close to
brand for you.
Tasha. Yes, it is. Oh, what is her
Does anyone in the
name?
chat
She's
know
not the
this
leader
character?
anymore.
Xanox, do you know this character?
She's like the ghost. What? Taysa. Taysa Karlov. That was her name.
I thought you were
This
going to
woman.
say Taysa Carlisle. I was about to say.
No, Taysa Karlov. She was the leader of the Obzadot too. I used to know like not the leader of the Obzadot. The Obzadot is the ghost council. I used to know all the magic lore for some reason in the like 3 months that I was into it. I hyperfixated on it so hard. But mostly the Orzhov Syndicate because they were my favorites. But no, I just that made me think of her for some reason because I played the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica setting at one point and it was really fun. Except I played a Gruul and I got murdered by the Boros and had to come back as an Orzhov. But it was fun. Sorry, that's all just another language to you, London.
It really is. I need to like research into this because I just
Dude, it's
no idea.
really, really interesting.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
That's the only setting I know about is Ravnica. Yeah, I don't know anything about the other settings, just Ravnica. But I was halfway decent at it. Like all my friends that played it, when they got me into it, everyone would just like donate cards to me and like they helped me build a black and white deck and it was so cool. It was so nice.
The game that I was into in like middle school was Bakugan. Like that's what I was into. Like he got a little ball that can pop up.
I feel like that was
amazing.
half of Clay County.
Dude, like I was like gambling with Bakugan on the bus. Like like it was like winner take all Bakugan, brawls on the bus.
Yeah. Do you remember when we were in Scholars Bowl and we would like Cards Against Humanity on the bus with our teacher?
Yeah, that's a different kind of card game, I think.
It is, but it just made me think about it. It just made me think about
Do
it.
people trade Cards Against Humanity cards like Yu-Gi-Oh? What if you could? Like, what if there was like limited cards? Would people get into it
I
in
mean,
that sense? Can you imagine
probably.
like a super rare Cards Against Humanity card
I
and like
mean, if you order the box, you can like cut the lid of the box and get like a special like holographic card.
mm, like imagine if they only came in little packs like a
Yeah.
Pokemon card or a Yu-Gi-Oh card or a sports card, and you didn't know what you were gonna get, and
Gosh.
like you're trading for like the top Cards Against Humanity card. Is this an actual thing? If not, I feel like they're missing an opportunity here.
There's probably a game like that. I mean, it wouldn't be Cards Against Humanity, but because like their packs are set, but there's
Yeah,
probably something.
yeah. I just need there just to be like the dirtiest card ever. It's just like rare and hard to find.
Rush Limbaugh's soft shitty body.
That one's very common. That one
That
is a
okay,
staple at
that
every.
card is the reason I thought he was an NFL player. I don't know why, but I thought he was an NFL player. That's the only way I knew him was from that card, and it just sounded like an NFL player's name to
I
me.
think it was the rush part.
I think it was.
Like yeah, like
I
rushing
think
the
it
line. Yeah.
was. And like I knew what John Madden looked like, but I thought that's what Rush Limbaugh looked like was John Madden.
That there's certain people like that you just confuse. Jackson, my best friend Jackson, he always confused the founder of Chick-fil-A, Truett
Truett
Cathy,
Cathy. Yep.
with Don Rickles.
I don't even know who that is.
Great comedian. Like, and I'm like,
Okay.
Jackie, those are two different people. Like this is not the same.
That's pretty.
Are they similar in appearance? I guess, but like I don't know. I don't
It's
know.
a very Jackson thing to do. I feel like
It is.
the little bit I know about him.
It is.
Just
It is. R.I.P. to Don Rickles.
so when I told my mom the other day, by the way, no one knows. John Cena followed me on Twitter, which is buck wild. It's a long story. But when John Cena followed me on Twitter, I told my mom about it. And she's like, what does he do? I said, he's a wrestler. She's like, why do you know a wrestler? Because he's John Cena. How do you not? And I was like, he's the bull in that Ferdinand movie, Mama. You know who that is. And then she knew who I was talking about. But just how do you? It's just wild
Ferdinand?
that people. She took one of my cousins to see it. It's the only reason that I know it. She was obsessed with that movie.
Now we're just
But
going
like,
through my fandoms as a kid. Again, like I was also like a WWE kid.
I was not. What was I into as a kid? Ancient Egypt. That's it. That's what I was into was ancient Egypt.
Okay. Okay.
You could see that, right?
Yeah, yeah. I had like a Peloponnesian War stint
Yeah.
for a short period of time. I don't know why, because I'm strange.
Mine was mythology, just in general,
Mm, mm.
but specifically like ancient Egypt as a society. I didn't care about ancient Greece or ancient Rome as a society. I just cared about their like mythologies and stuff. But and then I read Percy Jackson
I was
in
about to
like
say it. I was like,
10th grade, 10th or 11th grade.
I was
Like I was like 15 when I read Percy Jackson. I surprised I didn't read it sooner, but oh man, I was into that.
I was like, where's Percy Jackson coming up in this conversation?
You know it's gonna come up. You know that Piper McLean is the love of my life, like best character. Oh man.
Oh my goodness.
I can talk about stuff like this all day.
What are you doing for the rest of it? What does your Sunday entail? Like what is today for you?
Normally it's me waking up at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Today it was me falling asleep on the couch last night, waking up at 7 o'clock, coming to bed, waking up again at 9 o'clock, going to work, which we're not even gonna get into that story.
Going to work?
Yes, for the second time this weekend.
Oh wow, you went to work twice this weekend?
Yeah, I went yesterday because someone wasn't answering my calls and had texted me Friday night and needed checks and wouldn't tell me the amount of the checks, who the checks needed to be made out to, just that there was being a car. There was a car being bought, and I was like, okay. I was told I need 2 checks from this one specific bank account. I'm like, okay, cool. Called twice, text 3 times on Saturday, like, hey, I'm going to town. Because it's a 30-minute drive to get to work for me. Like,
Mm.
just there. Like, it's an hour round trip, which sucks.
Mm.
And so I was like, okay, I'm going up there. Just let me know how much you need and all this stuff. And no response until 9 o'clock last night. And I was told, I had called and left a voicemail. I'm like, hey, I just left these on your desk. They're just blank. Just make me copies whenever you fill them out, because we're both on the bank account. So just make me copies whenever you fill it out and bring it back. No big deal. 9 o'clock, got a text. Oh, the invoices are in my desk. I can meet you tomorrow. It'll have to be after 1 o'clock. And I was like, oh no, sorry. I guess I'll have to go while you're at church. Oh no. So I got up there this morning before I had to see anybody.
Mm.
And had to write another check. And by write another check, I mean do another blank check, because the invoices were locked in the desk and would not tell me the invoice. It's just a mess. I can just go off. Sorry, I just went on a little rant. This is what I've been dealing with all weekend.
Well, thankfully, this is Talk Spot. This is the place for rants. This is the place for us to just talk.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a pickaxe in Hero Forge right now.
Oh, are you still working on your characters?
Absolutely. I think I've made her before, but I didn't save her. But she kind of changed a little bit, so.
Are you doing color this time as well?
Yeah. You know I'm going to miscellaneous.
I'm running a game in a couple of hours.
All right. Casual.
Yeah. I'm running for Tabletail, which is, we've mentioned them on the stream before. This is it's a company that where it was a website where you can go on and, if you need a game master, you can hire the wonderful cast of game masters they have there that are actors, authors, writers, creatives and such that are very good at what they do. And I'm not just saying that about me. I'm talking about the other people that are all very talented and such. But you can play D&D almost every night in the week. Just drop in a campaign that they have going and stuff. I run some one-off Call of Cthulhu games every once in a while. And I'm running one tonight that's sold out, thankfully. But I'm running Miss Dews. And I know people might be familiar with Miss Dews.
That's why. Okay, so when I pulled up Roll20 earlier to get on the Academia one, I was like, why is Miss Dews like at the top of the list? That's a while.
I was copying some stuff from.
I figured
when we played it with Johnny. That. Yeah. Differences from I guess when we did it here on Spot Hidden is tonight I'm playing with 7 people.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, full table, right? So imagine this pack of 7
shade to them,
criminals.
But no one will live up to Johnny. No one will ever live up to that man.
We love Johnny.
We stand Johnny.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, Johnny's great.
I've said it once, I'll say it again. As soon as I saw that he had his pronouns in his bio, I was like, oh, we're good. This is gonna be great. Like that is what made me not nervous.
Yeah, so I'm hoping that I can do this, okay with 7 people. Because, I mean, 7 is a large group to see walking around, but especially in Miss Dews where all the PCs are criminals, all of them look shady. So, I feel like somebody's going to call the cops on them.
Almost certainly.
And then they got to deal with that. It's so I'm excited about that, but also, I hope that they'll be able to get things done as a big group.
Yeah. Here's another small hint. Not really.
Mm-hmm.
Why does Hero Forge not have a volleyball? Oh, they do have a volleyball. I'm giving her a volleyball.
They have a volleyball?
They have a volleyball. I was gonna give her a pickaxe, but it's way too big, so I gave her a volleyball instead.
Oh, you're talking about your Academia character.
Yeah.
You're just giving these very subtle clues, just one by one to. I enjoy it.
Just sprinkle it in there.
You just gotta do a little touch.
Volleyball and hockey are the only 2 sports I know anything about. So if there's a sport involved, it has to be one of the 2.
That's something I don't know anything about. Hockey.
Dude, it's so good.
I don't know anything about hockey.
Gritty is the only reason I'm into hockey. Gritty. Because when the Flyers announced their mascot, it like blew up on Twitter. I didn't know anything about hockey at all. And so I was like, this is hilarious. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen. And so I looked into the Flyers and I looked into hockey. And I was like, okay, this seems interesting. So that's why the Flyers are my team, is because they're what introduced me to hockey. And also Carter Hart, love of my life right there.
Oh my goodness.
He's their goaltender. Number 79. He played How weird is it to hear me talking about sports?
I was about to say, what'd you say about Tinder?
No. Goaltender.
Oh, I was like, wait, who's on Tinder?
No, he's the goaltender.
Oh.
They're not called goalies. They're called goaltenders.
Okay,
I'm telling you, I am a pro.
We can talk about NBA, or we could talk about
the Jackson Villains.
Please explain that.
I don't know if I can explain that.
Okay, so me and Carly were hanging out a couple years ago, and I was playing NBA 2K. I don't even know. I get the game every year. I don't know why I buy it every year. They're just taking my money, but they can take it. Carly created a team, an NBA team called the Jackson Villains.
I sure did.
And honestly, NBA 2K is a great role-playing game. Because, all your characters have stats, you know what I mean? And they can upgrade, they can level up, They have different roles on the team or classes,
That is literally so funny. It's a great RPG.
It is.
I know, it's just hilarious to hear it described that way.
And if you're playing like the My GM mode, you get to make like story choices, like a.
Remember when I had like no clue what was going on, so I was just clicking things and just picking people for the team, and you're just cringing.
That's probably like, why do you have a team of all point guards or something? I don't know.
I want to think that's what happened. Like having to explain to me what everything was, but like the court and their uniforms slapped. So, because it was literally like the devil was their mascot. Like this dude with like red, purple, and black were the team colors, and I was so proud of that.
It looked like a bootleg, like Magneto sponsored sports team. Like we're going back to Wanda and Marvel here.
We always go back. It all ends here. It's Marvel all the way down.
There's a character in Miss Dews that I really hope I get to play tonight. I was so sad I didn't get to play him on this stream, but it's this guy right here. Let me see if I can find a picture of him. One second. Jacob Smith. This guy right here.
Sounds like someone we would have gone to school with.
Yeah, it's just the southern gentleman who is leading this cult here in Arkham. He just brought this like cult of Azathoth to
casual.
To yeah, exactly. And there's this very just disturbing scene in like his temple or whatever. It's very cool. I hope that makes it into the story tonight. But it's okay that it didn't with us. That's fine. We had a great story.
So much fun.
With 9 lives. Anastasia. Jimmy 9 Lives and his $40 donuts. Pug! Somebody's playing Pug tonight. I hope they have a great time with Pug. Yeah.
I love Pug.
I got Pug's character sheet right here. Yep. Marty Pug O'Connor.
My man.
Call of Cthulhu.
Should I put the tentacles at the base? I gotta put the tentacles at the base, right?
Yeah. I'll put
got it.
On my Bricious miniature that I made, I have the tentacles on there.
Mm-hmm. I think Merwin's had. I don't remember.
On mine, Merwin has some coins at the bottom.
Sounds about right.
And she has like a lute, and then like her dagger at her hip, and like a ring on her finger.
I was about to say ring on every finger. She did.
And then there's the Daniel Smithson. He's just big and has an axe.
Chunky boy.
I never made Matt's second character.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's okay.
Rip.
Rip everybody. Rip everybody.
Rip everyone. That's not even a spoiler at this point. Like, we're moving on. It's obvious everyone died.
Oh, Xanax said he's subtly incorporating misdews into his homebrew. How are you doing that? If I may ask, that sounds interesting. Curious to know how. But it's a good little scenario, written by Mike Mason.
Okay, we've moved on to the color.
Okay, great.
I'll link her to you when I'm done.
Yeah, please do. I definitely want to see this.
Shit so much.
These are gonna be very, very good.
Oh no, I've definitely made her before because I remember fighting so much with the eyes, making them not look funky.
Oh, yeah, that's something that you have to kind of nail
Ugh.
down at times.
So hard.
Let's see. Now I feel like I need to get on here and just like, okay, Hudson's character. That's a character that I should make because he just sounds interesting to look at.
He does. I know he said that he would be played by someone else. I just picture his character as George Blagden in Les Mis. Like that is the only thing I can see. Like Grantaire in the Les Mis movie. Am I wrong?
No, that's very accurate in my head as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I've already gotten started. There's already a hair that's perfect for it. For Hudson's character, I think.
Perfect.
It's yeah. Well, I know you're working on yours, so I won't make you go back. But they even okay. Yep. Oh.
I'll be with you in a moment.
No, that's okay.
You're enjoying yourself.
I'm shaken by how this is turning
Not
out.
stirred. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. So Xanax said he is putting the characters into the city. I guess Arkham, having Hammer O'Leary related to an NPC. That's cool. I bet that can have lots of possible like connections and options that will branch off of that. Having somebody within organized crime, to help you get out of situations or into more situations. Cool, perfect. I dig it. Indeed. All right. So I think I'm going to dedicate the rest of my evening to prepping for Miss Dews tonight. I hope that I do it justice. And also just making Hudson's characters a miniature. Because making characters on Hero Forge, D&D Beyond, Fight Club, it gives me serotonin.
Yes, absolutely.
Indeed. All right. Well, this was our first episode of Talk Spot. Thank you for talking to me, Carly.
Yeah, thank you for putting up with me while I made my character on Hero Forge.
Yeah, we've been doing this for years, and we shall continue to do this for years. Thanks to the people that hung out in the chat with us here. Please subscribe, follow, and everything. Xanox, thank you for hanging out. Bree from Initiative Order, thank you for hanging out as well. And we'll just catch y'all next time. I'm London.
Yeah.
I'm London.
I'm Carly. Sorry, I didn't hear you.
No problem. All right. See y'all soon. Bye.
Bye.